What up, it's your boy T Bird here with the reaction. First of all, in case you're wondering why my voice is so low as a lake, though, it's not because I'm still mourning. I am mourning for Kobe, but that's not the main reason. I got a sore throat right now. Hope this get clear up today. I got an interview today. Anyway, about to do. Usually it's Wrestle Wednesday, for this whole week. Not sure how long I'm going to keep everything out with a video involving the late great Kobe Bryant, as well as daughter Gigi as well too, and all the other. We lost the. Let me see the names of the. I know the Annabelle family was one of them. The I hope I said her name, Monsterer. That was the coach and everything. And who's the and the other one? I'm trying to remember the other name again. That somebody actually put it on the comment for me. I think. Thank you to Black Thanos Gamer for putting their names on there. Yup, he put the names on there, right? All of them, yeah. The Annabelle and Chester family, as well as Christine, the family of Christine Monzer, that was the basketball coach, as well too. So, I'll look to another reaction to the death, and that's of Kobe's big brother Shaq. They played together for the Lakers for so long. Just like family, they had beef with each other. They ain't good. They had time they had to rip for each other, where Shaq ended up going to another team and all that. And people folks is like, one way they think Shaq is not genuine. He is just it's just like family. We all fight. We all have our differences, stuff like that. Even during the Kobe tribute, they didn't mention about their beef. Even they didn't show the clip of Jack rapping, talking about some how my ass tastes, stuff like that. But yeah, Shaq said he felt sick. He was so heartbroken. Yeah, I can't imagine, because somebody also reminded me that his not too long ago his sister passed away from cancer. So imagine not only losing your little sister, but losing your brother or somebody you look to as a little brother. But anyway, here is Shaq's reflecting on Kobe's Bryant death. This is via Bleacher Report, but it's from TNT Live. Because yesterday it was supposed to be Lakers versus Clippers, but they postponed the game due to the tragic death of the late great Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianni. So let me flip this a little bit so I can put them together. Yeah, and downsize a little bit. There we go. Alright. That's much better. Okay, so without further ado, let's check out Shaq's reflection on Kobe Bryant.
Shaq, you're the first guy I thought of when I heard this news the other day. Of course, I talked to you and Charles and Kenny later that afternoon, but
I already heard itself.
Then I saw that you had gotten a text from Kobe that morning. Sharif had gotten one. How have you been?
Speaking of now, I just realized I have been checking out UCLA basketball. I wanted to check his son out, Sharif, and how he's been doing. Let me know if there any highlights of his UCLA. I know it's off the subject, but the fact that he mentioned Sharif made me thought about that too.
Over the last 48 hours, man.
Sorry, and that's another thing. His son was like, Sharif. He had a deal with son getting a heart transplant too. Thank God he made it fine, and he's playing basketball well too. So Shaq had a lot going on as of late.
As you know, it's already been the last couple months been really tough. Lost my little sister. Haven't been sleeping. Haven't been doing the normal things I usually do.
That was little sister.
I work, we laugh, we kid, we joke. When I get back home and look at reality and say she's gone, it was just hurts. So the other day I'm downstairs working out with my son Shaq, my nephew Columbus, and my other nephew comes in crying, and he shows me his phone. And I snapped at him. I said, man, get that out of my face. Just get it away from me. We live in a world where anything could be photoshopped, anything could be hoaxed. I didn't want to believe it. And then I got the call from you, Charles, Kenny. Everybody called me. And then we found out it was confirmed.
I can't mind.
Hadn't felt the pain that sharp in a while.
That almost got me right there. He said that.
47 years old.
He died. He was in the disbelief.
Lost two grandmothers.
Dang.
Lost a Sarge. Lost my sister. And now I lost a little brother. Our names will be attached together.
Always.
For what we did. People always ask about our relationship, and I tell them it's just like me and Charles. You got two strong-minded people that are going to get it done their way. We're going to say certain things. The respect will never be lost. But when it comes to be inside the lines and win, that's what me and him, that's what we did. That's what me and Charles, that's what we do. It was sort of like a triple stabbing to the heart, because after you cry and wonder about that, then I get back on the internet, Rick Fox is on the plane. So now I'm sick even more. I'm calling Rick, he's not answering. So now I'm like,
thank God that was fake. Thank God that was fake.
The final blow, his lovely daughter was with him on the helicopter. You know, every time I saw his lovely wife and his kids, same thing I do with Kenny's kids and D-Wade's kids. Hi, my name is Uncle Shaq.
So I keep stopping because I don't want to talk, like, make a long conversation over there when they talking, though. Yeah, I can't imagine that, too. There's, like I said, in the video when I mentioned Gigi, that they thought Rick Fox was in it, man. Thank God that wasn't true, man. But I can't imagine him being teammates with Rick Fox for so long, hearing that news as well, too. Like, both my bros done, and then the daughter. But then thank God that Rick Fox thing was false.
I don't know if they know me as a basketball player. It doesn't matter. I am Uncle Shaq. I try to make him laugh. And he would do the same thing. Sharif called me devastated and said, Kobe, just text me to check and see how he's doing. And he used to do that from time to time. You know, it just makes me think that in life, sometimes instead of holding back certain things, we should just do.
Oh, man. See, big tough guy like Shaq.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, go.
We up here, we work a lot. And I think a lot of times we take stuff for granted. Like, I don't talk to you guys as much as I need to. The fact that we're not going to be able to joke at his Hall of Fame ceremony. We're not going to be able to say, hi, I got 5, you got 4.
Man.
The fact that we're not going to be able to say, if we would stay together, we could have got 10. Those are the things that you can't get back. And with the loss of my father, my sister, and my thing, that's the only thing I wish I could just say something to him. Again, last time I talked to him was when we were here and I asked him to get 50 and he got 60. It's the last time I spoke to him. And I just wish I could have, so it definitely changes me. I have to, because I work a lot. You guys know what I do. I work probably more than the average guy, but I just really have to now just take time and just call and say, I love you. Rick Fox finally called me and said, man, I love you.
Yeah.
B-Shaw called me.
Thank you.
So I'm going to try to do a better job of just reaching out and just talking to the people rather than always procrastinating.
It's
never know.
Yeah.
Life is too short. I could never imagine nothing like this. I was thinking the other day, I've never seen anything like this. All the basketball idols that I grew up, I see them. They're old. Like I used to be at home.
Right.
When you came to interview me, I used to watch the great round and rebound. Now I'm working with him. I used to want to be Dr. J. He used to live next door to my mother in Orlando. My father used to tell me about the 3 great big men. I met them. I seen them. And the fact that we lost probably the world's greatest Laker, world's greatest basketball player. It's just, listen, people are going to say, take your time and get better, but it's gonna be hard for me. I already don't sleep anyway, so
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
I'll figure it out. My condolence goes out to his family, his mom, his dad, his sisters, the other families, everybody involved. Laker organization, I talked to Jeannie and Linda, and people here are hurting, especially in this organization. You know, some people have to get treatment, and some people just don't understand, because it hit all of us out of nowhere. I didn't want to believe it.
Me either.
I said to myself,
it still ain't real.
Some butt face made this up, and it's not true. I didn't want to believe it.
You're
after getting all the calls, and then you finally feel it was concerned. It just, you know, my spirit just left my body. I just wish I could be able to say one last thing to the people that we lost, because you know, once you're gone forever, and you know, we should never take stuff like that for granted.
No, go back. Oh, all right, not yet. That's gonna be a nice one, but I just saw they had one with Rick and Derek Fisher. You know what? Just I respect, especially the fact that they thought Rick was going too. I'm gonna react to that as well in this video. That one hit me hard a little bit. Seeing a big guy like Shaq break down like that, that's like that can get you like that. And facts, hold on. Go back. That's heavy. That's very heavy to see right there. Oh man. Like, he almost had me broke down in tears though. Like, first when he thought that Rick was going, like, no, the first he said like, get down my face, like, and now like, I can't imagine that, but I can but can't. Like, if somebody close to me, I'd probably be in disbelief for like, stop playing with me. Like, I haven't lost anybody close to me, family member. I mean, I've been in a big trade like that. Fortunately, my fiance had not too long ago. Not long after Christmas, one of her cousins was killed in a motorcycle accident, so that'd be very hard. And then had friends who lost people before between Christmas and New Year's Eve. My fiance's co-worker lost her sister to gun violence. I lost somebody I went to high school with to gun violence. He was real close to my DJ friend as well too. But we also going to look at the reflection of Kobe from his other teammates, including Derek Fisher and Rick Fox, especially with Rick Fox, since the fact that folks thought he was on that helicopter as well too. Thank God he wasn't. Thank God. But we kind of wish, I say thank God for the rest, especially, well, Kobe as well too, but especially Gigi. Like, the Gigi one hurt me more because it was her life was taken before she had a chance. But here's Rick Fox and Derek Fisher.
Moment to moment. I don't wish it on anyone. This moment has been overwhelming for all of us. First and foremost to the families that were lost. Obviously, their lives have been turned upside down. To our brother Kobe and his family, Vanessa, Natalia, Bianca, Capri, we send our prayers and condolences. My family went through, in the midst of all of this, something I couldn't have imagined them experiencing.
Yeah, because they thought he was in it.
I spent time talking to my kids for about 45 minutes as this was all happening, and our colleague Jared Greenberg brought to me the news that morning, and he asked by text if I had heard of the story, and I said, the shoes that Kobe gave LeBron, and Kobe passed him last night, and he said no. He said, this is you need to sit down. And he texted me the article, and I went into full-blown denial. And fortunately, one of my daughter's greatest fears is finding out that a parent or one of her parents would be lost through social media. instead of from
Yeah,
a
that was
loved
messed
one or a
up.
family member.
That was messed up.
And she fortunately called me, and we just were talking and crying about the news of Kobe and my son. And then we started, so we were talking. I was talking to my kids, just trying to spend the time with them. And then the phone just started going off, and I'm thinking to myself, everybody wants to talk about Kobe, and I right now want to be with my kids and my family. And then all of a sudden, my best friend King Rice, who's a basketball coach, King Kenny, North Carolina.
I'll tell you the story between King and Kenny.
Okay, he walked off the court at Iona, and somebody apparently told him that I may have been on the helicopter, and he started calling. So I'm seeing King's number, repeatedly going and going and going, and I think he's worried about me. So I said, I'm going to talk to my best friend, and I answered it, and I said, hey man, this is crazy about Kobe, and he just was bawling, and I started crying, and he was like, you're alive. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, like, what do you mean? And it was in that moment that my phone just started going, and my mom and my sister and my brother, and so look, this has been a lot to process for all of us. Quite frankly, we're blessed to have had the time we had with Kobe. A city is mourning, a family's mourning, where we're all mourning, and I don't. I'm glad that's over with, but it was hard to deal with because it shook a lot of people in my life.
Before I get it, I got a phone call. All right, I got a phone call, but I was going to say before Derek started though, I can't now. Some in a way I can imagine Rick's situation. This has happened when I was younger though. Me, my brother, and his wife at the time, having a birthday party for his daughter and my niece at the time. This was like real little, everything. We out and with my nephews with them too, and we out in the park and everything. And we come home, and my mom's like all frantic and worried about us and everything. And my uncles were here too at their house. It was more our old house, and they was like letting us know that they thought they lost us because they heard an accident happen near that area where we had the party at, and they thought it was us. I'm like, wow. And the kid ain't thinking much. I was thinking much of it because I was like a young teen and kid at the time, but still, it was crazy. And then I went to see my cousins, and he was like, "Thank you, Lord Jesus," hugged me tight as ever. So low key, I can imagine what Rick went through with that one, because that was just as devastating. I mean, car accident, but any kind of tragedy is just as devastating. I low key can imagine what Rick went through with that though, except his was worse. Thank God he's alive. But anyway, Derek Fisher's reflection.
Finding out as I was on my way to LAX to travel, started getting text messages. Please don't tell me this is Kobe. And again, I'm thinking about the night before still. So I'm confused as to why somebody's texting me just saying that, and that's it. So then I get a call from my fiance, and I can hear in her voice something's not right. So now my heart starts to really speed up. Then my brother texts me with the first media story attached to the message, and I lost it. Luckily, I was a passenger in the vehicle. So now I have to explain to my guy, Duran, who's with me tonight, like, what just happened. He loses it. My kids start calling me and asking me to come back home. Do not go to the airport and get on the airplane. They're devastated. And I get back home before I can get in front of a television. Just as a family, we're all hugging each other and saying we love each other, because you never know if that's going to be the last moment. My mom calls me, which took this to another level of pain. My mom calls me. She lives in Little Rock. She tells me the rumor is that Rick was there too. And that broke my heart. Really thinking about Kobe.
Man.
Learning about Rick. And then when I got home and started watching CNN, I find out it's where it happened. which is 3 exits from my house. And then I knew exactly where he was on his way to. Which then, before I even heard on the news, I knew where he was going, and it was possible that
your sons and everybody in your family playing these AAU tournaments there, you knew exactly what was going on.
And it was possible that his more family with him, whether it's Gianna or Vanessa or other, like I was done. And that's what I don't want to get lost in the pain. Like as I try to figure out the right things to focus on to help us get through it, is what he was doing for young people and young girls and women. He's not here anymore, but somehow we have to continue to find the strength to do more for other people than we would do for ourselves. Like you said earlier, Kenny, like he didn't have to spend the time he was spending doing all of these things for young people and young girls, of course for his own daughter, but I just hate that this had to happen in order for us to appreciate the full version of Kobe Bryant, not just the athletic greatness, but like the full version of who he.
And appreciate.
All right. That was very. It's happy. That's almost happy. I mean, heavier. We've seen Shaq actually he broke down, but that was happy seeing them too, because the fact that. Not only because they heard the news Kobe, they thought Rick was done too. Rick thought he getting calls back to back, and then somebody break down when he heard his voice and everything. And like I said, mine wasn't like I said, I say low key because mine wasn't compared to the situation with Rick, but I can somewhat imagine that though, like somebody thinking something happened to you or something like that. We thought the same for my brother one time later on. That was an accident, but he was okay. But this is sad. That was sad. Anyway, you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and you know this won't be monetized. If regards claim or not, it won't be monetized because you know I'm not monetizing over death. So, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.